What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode. If you are watching this video today, that means it is Christmas Day. And thank you for tuning in with us. I don't have any Christmas vibes right now. I know it's unfortunate. I don't have a girl to come in here and decorate it because we're dudes, right? There's probably a sock somewhere. But anyway.
Wait, what?
No, a sock? You know, most guys put a fucking sock on top of their Christmas tree.
I was being dirty-minded.
Oh, you were being dirty-minded. I don't want to hear that right now, Martin. I'm still doing the intro. Anyway, so if you're watching this today, Merry Christmas. And for those of you that don't like Merry Christmas, fuck off, because I like Merry Christmas. And with that being said, guys, I am very happy to announce that I have a very, very special guest today. They're all special, but this one's an extra special. Because not only did I meet him on the streets when he was struggling, and he was just, you know, he was out there. And I helped him off the streets. I'm so kidding. I'm so kidding. This is my boy, Misa. So everybody, thank you. Welcome Misa right here. Round of applause. Round of applause. Yes,
AKA
yes.
buddy.
A little church out here, Churchill. So, buddy, off camera, we were talking about that you asked me, and you asked the group actually. Martin's here too, by the way, guys.
Hi,
Martin's
Martin.
finally here.
Finally, I'm always here.
Martin's been missing for 2 videos now, guys. So where's Martin been at? I don't know.
Doing some hood rat shit.
Some hood rat shit with his friends. Apparently we're not allowed. It is what it is. But anyway, so you were asking me, or you asked the group off camera, and you had said if we have ever taught anyone a language. And I said I taught someone sign language. And I gave an appropriate, and that's the only thing that matters. But have you taught anybody another language?
Yeah, so going into like teaching somebody a language, right? Like we're talking about languages. Well, I only know 2, which is Spanish and English. But growing up, like it was like mixed. Like it wasn't like a solid. Like I learned only English for 18 years. It was like mixture. Like at school you learn English, and then at home it's like only Spanish. But now like older you go, some people don't know. Spanish, or some people don't know English. So English is like, I don't know. It's like, it's easy, and then sometimes it's hard to like teach it, because you like translate it literally, or sometimes not even like it doesn't even make sense. And like like me, like I'm not an official like teacher or anything. So, like when I'm teaching this person, it's like like I don't know how to say it, like like so, but it's interesting. But
So you're teaching someone though.
Not teaching, officially teaching. It's just like.
But you're helping someone
it's
understand.
Like, what do you want to talk, and then I'll translate it, and then I'll guide you on how to properly say it.
Okay, so I have to bring up a sentence. All right, here we go. Can I get a number 1, please?
¿Me podría dar un número 1, por favor? Oh, but no, you have to do it backwards. So Spanish to English.
You want me to say in Spanish?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Me da 3 tacos de asada, por favor.
All right, that's fair. Like, can you give me 3 asada tacos?
All
I
right.
don't even know if that's how you say it, but like.
Yeah.
Some people say beef, huh?
Some people say steak.
Steak. That's what they say.
3
Steak. Yeah.
Can I get 3 steak tacos?
Yeah.
That's basically asada. Same thing.
Yeah, like someone had said, I had read the thing and it said 3 brisket tacos, right?
Oh, brisket.
And I was like, how do you say that in Spanish? Nobody knows.
Oh, you're
I was asking.
You're generally telling me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
How do you say brisket in Spanish?
Like, I don't know.
I didn't fucking know either. I read it, and I looked at the lady, and she clearly was Mexican, and I was like, brisket? And then she's like, sí, es una carnita de, and I was like, never mind, it's okay. I was like,
Yeah, it's not carnita. It's,
yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea how to say it.
She was trying to pretty much tell me like it was like a meat of some sort.
Yeah.
And
It's like
obviously she didn't write it.
Did
so.
you ever find out that when your parents would say, "Oh, diles que si te dan 3 tacos de beefsteak," it's actually just them saying beef steak.
Or bistec?
But bistec is not. There's no such
not?
word as bistec.
No.
No.
It's like I thought.
It's just them saying beef steak.
It's like I thought
Beef.
of a fence. I would say cerco. I mean, I would say cancel.
Cancel.
Cancel. El
What
cancel. El cancel que está allá afuera. El cancel.
I've never heard
Well,
that.
Right?
I've never heard
But
of
it's
that one.
cerco, right? That's how you say it, cerco?
I don't know.
Cerco?
Man, this is where freaking Yo No Sabo, the game, would come in play right now because there's a card in there about it. But there's a specific way you say certain things in
Yeah.
English, and you think you're saying it properly.
Oh,
and
there's a
stuff.
lot.
But that's where the pocho and the whole fucking non-Mexican side of you comes out, and you're like, well, fuck, like get soup.
Fucking nopal comes out. and you're
Yeah,
fucking-
fucking out here, bro. But yeah,
There's a lot of examples. Like I know one. I'll give you like so like El Parquedero.
oh yeah. Okay, that's
What-
not how
what
you
is
say
it?
it, right?
What- no, it's not how you say it. But you translate. You know, you translate it literally. You know.
Yeah, because you're thinking park king, parking,
Yeah.
Parquedero. Yeah.
parqueadero.
It's the same. It's kind of the same analogy too. It's like saying beef steak, un bistec.
Yeah,
Taco de
yeah,
bistec.
it's true. It's true.
But it's estacionamiento.
Estacionamiento.
Oh yeah. Okay. Alright.
See, I would have said, I would have said that like un estacionamiento would have been like a bus stop for me. If you would have said that, like, oh, it's a bus stop, I don't know, because I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But since we know English, it's like you think the word like right off the bat, but you translate it into Spanish like right away.
Yeah.
Instead of like parking, and then you have to go off like into finding the word for estacionamiento.
Like mad fucking. I didn't even know it was estacionamiento.
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 Not even my
You
Spanish.
can't roll your R's, huh?
Yes, I can. I just can't say that word.
I can't roll my R's. For
It's not. Estocion. No, it's estacionamiento. Fuck, I can't even say it anymore, bro.
Exactly,
I'm
yeah.
tongue tied, bro.
Estacion.
Ah, I got him.
Estoy caliente.
Estoy
Oh,
caliente. Turn it up. Muy caliente in here. But yeah, bro, I understand that. There's a lot of. That's why, like the Yo No Sabo game. Have you ever played that game?
I've heard of it.
Yeah. So we played it. We done a video on it before when there was like a group here. Now it's just me and Martin. That's it. There used to be 3 of us, and Martin wasn't here. And then it went down to 2 of us, and Martin wasn't here. And then down to me, and then Martin came.
Nice.
So now it's just 2 of us.
We should play that game.
Yo No Sabo?
You know Sabo.
I literally have it at the house because we played it for Thanksgiving. So I literally learned a lot of words right there that I was saying wrong.
Is un portón a word?
Portón?
Portón.
Isn't that where?
Gate.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's a gate.
Oh, I thought it was
I
where
don't know
you
for
park.
some reason that's like my favorite word in Spanish.
Oh, la
now.
cochera is where you park your car.
In the garage.
Yeah, it's like a
Garage?
garage. Yeah,
Oh, what?
it's like cochera.
Well, okay, what kind
Cochera.
of Spanish is it? Mexican Spanish or is it Spain Spanish or is it Argentinian Spanish?
I'm all kinds of Spanish, baby. That's all you need
That's
to know.
the thing is there's like Spanish.
Oh, I know. Like if you go on Apple, let me bring it up real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the translate really fast. Which when you bring the Apple Translate up, right, to translate,
Falda.
there is no Mexican Spanish. It's only
just
only
Spanish.
Spain Spanish.
Yeah.
No,
That's it.
I think there's sometimes like Latin America Spanish comes up too.
Let me see if I can find it. Nah. In these options, you have Arabic, Chinese Mandarin simplified, okay, Dutch, English, UK, English, US,
Yeah.
right, French, German, Hindi, Indonesian, Italian, Japanese, Korean, Polish, Portuguese, Brazil. Did not know that they spoke Portuguese
Yeah,
over there.
Brazilian
All right.
Portuguese, yes.
Russian, Spanish, Spain, all right, Thai, Turkish, Ukrainian, and Vietnamese.
Huh.
Apparently, those are the top languages that the iPhone wants you
It's,
to look
I
at.
know one
Same.
word from the Vietnamese.
Yeah, what is it?
Do ma.
How do you
Don't say that.
Don't say. All right.
I mean, say it, but
I was gonna translate it,
Isn't
but
it FU?
Huh?
Isn't it FU?
Like F your mother, something
Yeah,
like that.
something like that.
oh,
Yeah, but some,
just like every language, you have to learn all the bad ones first.
that's the thing. So like in the Marine Corps, like we have a mix, you know,
Mhm.
like ethnicities, you know. So like, and then they'll just teach you the bad. Like, all right, they teach you the bad, you know, but sometimes the good, but mostly,
All the bad.
yeah, you know. Like
Yeah,
when
yeah.
they teach an American speaker Spanish slang, they'll be like, they usually always ask for the bad.
Mhm.
Oh, how do you know, if somebody cuts you off, like, what would you say, you know?
Yeah.
They tell them, like,
Chinga tu madre.
yeah.
La tuya.
Isn't like one of our Spanish words like the you know the mean version is say gay, PUTO.
Huh.
Isn't that how you say rice for them, or is that Philippines? It's
no.
either Vietnamese or Philippines. That
All I know is that I did learn one too, where if you use the N word, for them it's like different meaning too.
Oh, it's
that's
Right?
Chinese.
Yeah, that's,
Is that Chinese?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have the drink.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Apparently on the internet it was like a really big thing
Yeah.
where and people were like, "Oh, Chinese people are racist." It's like, what the? No, we're not. It's like this is what this means for us. Shit, you're not the only one that can use it. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Yeah, bro. And what was I gonna tell you? Oh, so you're in the Marine Corps, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So at what age did you enlist, dog?
I
First of all, what made you want to do it? Like, let's be real here, because everyone has a different reason why they do it. Some people do it for school.
The girls.
Some people do it for the girls. Some people just do it just for the uniform. Some do it just to say that I'm in it, you know. And then there's guys that really wanted to do it,
I don't know.
or tradition,
Yeah,
family traditions.
I don't think there's nobody in my family that's in the military, so it's not like, all right, you know, like I'm gonna follow his, you know, his path. But not. It was more like, in high school. It started up in middle school. You know, like I was growing. You know, like I was into sports. I was good at all that. And then freshman year hit, and then that's when like the bad influences started coming in. You know, like from all age groups. But like for me, like I've always been like tall for my age, so I've always hanged out with taller people, and older. So you know, so that led me down a bad path. You know, I failed every year of high school, which is not good. You know, and like junior year, that was like my decision year. You know, this recruiter came. He was like, "Hey, like, he's like, you trying to join the Marines?" I'm like, well, it's like that's the hardest branch. I'm like, yeah. It's like, I was like, I was all right, like, cause I don't want to join a branch that's like
Easy.
or
Coast
like,
Guards.
you know, like that
Really? I heard the Air Force was one of them. But anyway, go ahead, continue.
that have like pride, that have pride in themselves, and they're like, yeah, the Marine Corps has the most pride in themselves as being a Marine, you know. So I was like, all right, but they're like, it's challenging though. Not everybody is able to do it because how hard it is, the boot camp and all that. I was like, you know what? They're like, but you have to graduate. I was like, damn. So I failed freshman, sophomore, and junior year. So I had to make up all of those credits by graduation of senior year.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to do it. So then, you know, I sobered up. I wasn't doing anything bad where it was like excessive.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like, if I continued this way, like, and I didn't choose this path of doing the Marine Corps, then I probably would have kept going down that bad path, and then I don't know where I would have been, you know, probably jail or overdose or who knows, you know. But thankfully, you know, like I was able to push through and actually commit to becoming a Marine, and so I enlisted in July of 2017. So it's been 8 years, roughly, or it's gonna be 8 years in July of next year.
Is it?
And yeah, so it was mainly because I was like, I wanted a challenge and then the pride.
Oh, okay. All right. Where now when I asked you, is because you said 8 years and it looked like you were questioning your 8 years, and I was like, well, is it 8 years?
No, it is.
All right,
It's
cool.
7.5.
It's because you took a big pause, bro. That's why I was like, well.
No, it's 7.5 to be specific,
All right.
because it's July and then we're just
Yeah, we all lie a little bit. It's all right.
you know I like to round it up.
Yeah, we rounding it off for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a 7-incher.
Yeah.
Round it off.
Round it off.
3 inches.
3 inch. That's a big round off, bro. What the hell? We'll get back
Too
to you
much.
on that one right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so how long do you plan on staying in?
Well, actually, I just submitted my package for reenlistment, so I'm doing another 2 years.
So okay, so what? Let me ask you this. So I know it changes every certain amount of time, but what did you originally sign up like for your years? Like how long was it?
So my contract is originally 8 years.
8 years.
2 years, 6 years actively serving in the reserve,
Mm-hmm.
and then 2 years inactive, which means you're not going to training, you know, every month.
Mhm.
So that's my original contract.
Okay. So
So these 2 years are going to be what?
So reenlisting is like adding 2 years to your enlistment.
So let me ask you this: why do 2 years? Can you do longer, or is it
Yeah, I
just?
could do more, but that's where the rank comes into play.
Oh, if you rank
So-
up higher.
Yeah, so I can only do so many years in a certain rank before I can do more than that year. So in my rank as a corporal, I can only do 10 years as a corporal.
Mm-hmm.
So in order for me to do more than 10 years in the Marine Corps, I have to do I have to pick up sergeant, so I have to go to the next rank in order to go 10 to 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, then you go to the next, and then beyond.
So what they're looking at is, okay, if you want to be here long term, you have to take on more responsibility and actually try to be a part of it, not just be a part of it.
Right.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, that's good. That's a good mindset that they have.
It is. You know,
Yeah.
'cause then like it kicks everybody out. Like
That doesn't.
all right, you've been here 8 years and you haven't picked up the next rank. Like why do we want you? Like you don't have what it takes to
want to be
stay in. You know.
Yeah, because obviously they're looking to fill in roles because people retire and they do all that stuff. So that makes sense for them to do that. Well, that's cool that you did that as well. Congratulations on your re-enlistment.
Well, it's still not through.
Well, they're gonna say
I'm
yes.
waiting on approval.
Yeah, they're gonna say yeah. They're gonna say yeah. For sure.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, I heard their numbers are a little low right now. So
No,
the
the retention is horrible right now.
Yeah.
This whole generation is like woke, I guess. So they're like they don't want to like join the military. Like, for what? Like,
let me ask a question. Do you think it's probably because of who? Now you don't have to answer because this could be controversial for you. But do you think it has to do with who the people are in charge? Like, do you think enlistment goes based off of like who's in charge? Let's just say you have a badass president, right? And you like everything about him, and you know nobody can fuck with him. Do you think that helps re-enlistment? Or if you look at your president, you're like, oh, it's a weak ass move. I am not gonna put my life on the line for that guy. Do you think that's kind of how it goes too?
yeah.
You think so?
I think it's more like how social media
Puts it
portrays
to?
everything. Like it's a lot of that because everybody has social media.
That's
right?
true. That's true.
So like back then, you know, nobody had social media, internet, none of that. So you'd want to go join the military because it was like a thing you had to do. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like people are like more like, all right, it's not like it's unlogical to do it, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but it's more like, all right, why am I doing this? You know, like there's no need. I could do something better or
I think also
choose a
too,
different path.
for sure. I think back then it was more for pride,
Yeah.
right? Or you're really a fuck up in some way, some form. Because I knew back then, I don't know if they still do it, but I know like courts and stuff said, well, you want to go to juvie, or you rather go to the military.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, those are options.
And you go to military, they set you up straight.
Yeah, they set you up straight. Well, they did. I heard they got really soft because of all the stuff that's going on.
Yeah. So
They're not as strict as they used to be.
going into being soft and strict and all that, I experienced a little bit of that going through the boot camp in 2018. That's when I went, like right after high school, like 3 days after.
Mm-hmm.
Like we went through training and everything. Once we became Marines, we came to like the last phase of our training. We came back to MCRD, which is San Diego, and in the chow hall, which is like the cafeteria, you understand.
Mm-hmm.
It would always be chaotic, you know. You'd always have the drill instructors like yelling at you, like, "Oh, like to eat faster," or you messed up something, or you didn't say some knowledge that you had to remember. They'd be chewing you out like right there, and so like either you're eating or you're getting chewed out, and then you have no time to eat. So someone sent a letter. We like to say Mothers of America.
Mothers of America?
Yeah, Mothers of America.
Is that like a real thing, or is that just something you guys say?
It's a thing you say, you know what I mean?
Okay, okay.
All right.
Like you don't want to put a group out, but you're just gonna say this.
Yeah, Mothers of America, the people that because mothers care for their sons or daughters, whatever, and they're like, they talk to some of them have like connections with higher ups, like politicians and all that. So they'll talk to them and be like, hey, I don't like the way they're treating my son and in the cafeteria, like I want him to enjoy his meal so that way he's able to continue his day.
It sounds.
Yeah, you go ahead and tell them that when they're at war and shit.
Yeah. Go ahead and tell them when they're at war and shit. Yeah,
shit.
you're right, Martin. That's a good point.
Sounds like people are so soft these days, bro.
So when we came back, we went to the cafeteria or the chow hall, and it was quiet. It was quiet. Everybody was like, "What's going on here? Like, sounds like a library now." Or like, what? It was like it like threw us off so bad. So then like later on that day, they were like, "Yeah, so I guess somebody complained." And they wrote a letter because you could only write letters in there. You didn't have a phone or none of that, so it was just letters. So somebody wrote a letter to their mother, and then the mother went to, I guess,
higher up,
somebody that knew the people in charge of MCRD.
Interesting.
So then they changed that. So now they can't yell at you while you're eating. They have to let you enjoy your 20 minutes of food.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, look, bro. I'm gonna be real, all right? I don't care if people come at me right now in the comments. I don't care. What I'm going to tell you right now is if you are going to be in the military or any branch, okay, I honestly do feel that you need to be put under pressure in the worst times, even if you're
Yeah,
eating, bro.
absolutely, 100%.
Just because I think we've all done it, all right? I think we've all done it where we're trying to freaking focus, but there's so much noise that we get fed up and we're like, just shut up, right? But when you're in that type of environment, you need to be able to handle that kind of environment. So shit's getting crazy, you can eat in peace while it's going crazy. Or someone is yelling at you, you can still think straight and do what you have to do and remember what you have to do. I think that is very important in any branch. Even if I hear a lot of bad things and jokes about the Air Force because they're babies and they stop. That's what I hear. Okay, I don't know. All right,
I mean,
that's what I hear. But the reason why I bring that up is because obviously I understand every branch is different and so on and so forth. But if you're going to be the best of the best, top dogs or whatever the case may be, however they want to go call themselves, it's like I think you really have to go under that kind of pressure, even if it's in the 20 minutes that you're eating. Because there's going to be times where you're probably eating out there a freaking MRI, what do they call it? MREs? Yeah, you're probably eating an MRE, mind your own business, and then everyone's yelling, going crazy. Someone's over there losing a limb, crying, and you're just, you need to be able to think straight,
Another fucking Tuesday for you.
Yeah, another Tuesday for you. That's what it needs to be like. But again, I'm speaking as someone that has never been or served or anything like that. That's me, seeing it from the outside. And, well, you're in the inside, and you seeing that threw you off. So that's why I'm kind of like, I don't know. I feel like it should just be a mandatory thing. So whoever did that, stop being a baby. But anyway, continue.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's just it gets softer as the years go, but there's not much you can do about it,
Yeah.
Because the older generation does get on us about that. Like, oh, you guys are weak or this and that. Like, if you were back in the day, like you would have had it worse, Like
I believe it. I've seen G.I. Jane. G.I. Jane, the movie, that one, bro, they went at her. And I think that's the thing that I think a lot of, I think that's probably why enlistment numbers are lower, because I've seen, Mark, can you see what's the numbers? What's the percent or whatever it is that it's down now? Because I think a lot of, the woke stuff got into it. A lot of the, the whole language of everything that was going on, the whole people that are in charge, how they're dressed and how they're acting, I think a lot of that has to do with it, because it's like, how are you going to say that you're the best of the best and then you have certain representatives or certain things that other countries are just like, bro, really? Like, really? That's laughable. And no one wants to be put in a position where it's like, wow, they're making fun of us and we're supposed to be badass, Like, I get that. What is that right there, Martin?
This is diversity.
No, that's not it. Diversity, we don't need all that. We just need to know what it is. I was going to tell you, too. I think that if anyone...
Wow.
Go ahead.
It dropped.
It dropped?
The number of active service members dropped from 3.5 million in 68. To about 1.3 today.
So that means
Less
that...
than 1%.
Less than 1% what?
Of U.S. adults that are in the
military
active duty.
So that means...
Well, look, here's the thing. The thing is that the reason why we don't need much servicemen is because we have technology now.
No, obviously.
So that's why, they won't send out. Obviously, they're going to send out. Marines are like the first fucking hand to go into war. They're the first fucking troops, right? Now what they do is obviously they send them the drones, bombard the shit out of the people and embassies, whatever they want to fucking bombard, and then they send them. The fucking Marines. So you just lower down the fucking amount of
the death rate, in a sense, casualties.
And then after they're done with their shit, like cleaning up the house, the army comes in and swoops in and tries to fucking take over.
That's true.
It's funny because it depends who's first depends on who you're talking to. If you're talking to a Marine, they'll be like, all right, we're first to fight, this and that. But you talk to an army, bro, they're like, oh, well, they're the boots on the ground, like they're everywhere already, because Marines there's very very limited amount. So then they can't be everywhere at once, or they're there, But some like to say that the Air Force is first to fight because, they're already there with their drones.
Yeah.
They're already there fighting.
Well,
it just depends on who you're talking
to. I think whenever you start some shit, you always send some recon in. So whoever's doing the recon to give you that information is the first one in.
Yeah,
sometimes it's spies.
US
sometimes
does that. We do our recons with bombs.
Yeah, we recon and say, well, there was some people there. There was.
Why is there a huge crater here now?
Because there was.
Steve, Why is
Steve.
there a huge crater here?
He takes off his goggles. Yeah, no, we flew in there real quick. We flew in there with the little drone project and stuff.
I
But
thought you said go. No, I said no.
See, people, they still don't listen. No, but my thing too is okay. That's understandable. I understand that aspect of things where it's like, yeah, we're getting technology. We need less people, but you also need to have a good amount of people just in case.
I mean, if you want to compare it to like China, if they would just sent all their troops for a ground invasion,
Oh yeah, we're
Yeah,
Well, we're done
yeah,
for.
Yeah. Well, then again, we can pause really fast because it depends on how you use them. Because look at Soviet Russia too. Soviet Russia had a lot of people, and they lost, I think, the most. Am I wrong or am I right? Can you look that up? See what was the number?
in what year? We're talking about-
Soviet Russia. Well, Soviet Russia, right?
Soviet.
Yeah, it was the
They were
Soviet
around.
Union. What was like I think it was Stalin, under Stalin. How many like people died or something like that? I think they were probably one of the biggest casualties, like because they were even killing their own people, if
Jesus.
I'm not mistaken. How many people was it? 27 million people.
28.
28
Between 28 and 126.
million.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people. And I also heard too that they were like, "There's no way that's that many people." Is it really? It's a lot of people. Because I know they did have like a high mortality rate, but also too they were killing their own people because of they were trying to like flee, so they would do that.
Yeah.
as well.
There's a Soviet Union suffered the most deaths in World War II with the combined military and civilian tolls of 24 million, followed by China with the estimated 20 mil, and then Germany with approximately 7 mil, and then so
Wow,
chart right here.
bro, that's crazy.
you know, that's almost like the whole population of California.
Yeah,
I think California has like 32 million or something like that.
that's insane.
Everybody from California dead. Imagine that.
I mean, traffic would be a lot better.
Yeah, look, yeah, traffic would be a lot better. No, someone would still fuck it up somehow. But you know,
It'd be a random.
yeah, random traffic jam anywhere. We
Like,
lost a
alright.
lot of people. What the hell's
That's
going
the
on?
chart right there.
Let me see. Soviet Union. Dang, that's crazy, bro.
So the Axis, which the enemy, they received 13% of their military.
That's crazy.
That is a lot.
The
of people.
civilians, wow, look at that. That's crazy. 58% civilians died. I'm guessing some of those would be the Jewish.
Mhm. Yeah,
a
well,
good
that-
chunk. A good chunk was the Jewish.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I guess
You're telling me
French-
Italy, Hungary, Romania, Japan, and Germany were all working together at some point? Or what does the Axis mean?
Yeah. They're the evil empire.
That's what they were called?
Well, Axis, yeah. Yeah. The
Really?
Axis and Allied,
Can you
yeah.
can you confirm that?
I can confirm that because
I thought
because I know.
Because I thought
I know
I thought
that.
Italy was on our side, bro.
No, they were with Germany, and then they started pussying out, and because the Italy people were they're hating on Mussolini. They didn't like the fact that they were doing this, so they went against fascist him, and they like fuck this, we're not gonna go with you, so they just flipped.
Yeah, because
on
I
them.
remember Germany invaded them, and then we got
because Germany then invaded them because basically Hitler called him a pussy. He's like, you're not fucking doing your job. You're not doing your work on your side.
Oh, and then
And
Hitler
then
took
Hitler
over.
took over Italy. And
I missed that part of my history class. I was probably absent that day.
dude,
Yeah,
fucking go.
yeah,
you know,
my
you
bad.
should look up Simplified.
Simplified?
It's a guy that he just basically simplifies everything for you.
Uh-huh.
And then
Oh, does he do taxes too?
yeah, he would do World War II. He would
That's
do
what I
it's like
mean,
a
bro.
3-parter,
Uh-huh.
and he simplifies it for you like the best he can.
3 parts and it's simplified?
Yeah, it's like 8 minutes. It's on YouTube.
Okay.
It's money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that. You got to make your money on that point. Yeah. That's crazy.
But it's really good. Look him up.
I'm going to look them up. Simplified. That's insane. bro.
Learn more. Learn a lot from that guy than school.
No.
Shocking.
Yeah, you know what, bro? I learned. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. YouTube University is the shit, bro.
No, it is.
Someone out
Absolutely.
there really educated you a lot better. You know what the thing is, bro? The problem too is when it comes to the whole schooling system, they're teaching you shit obviously that they need you to learn, right? The basics. But then they add shit that doesn't even make sense, bro. And then there's things that they don't need. We need to know, and they still don't teach you. They just keep repetitive on the same stuff, bro.
It's what they said. School is for people. Is for people to make into workers,
That's facts.
not into.
That's facts. That's why you go based off the grading system: A, B, C, D, E, F.
You know what I'm saying?
Or I don't think there's an E, obviously. Or yeah, there is. Excellence. Anyway, so you go down that grading cycle. It goes based off of the food. You know, when you go out to restaurants, A, B,
Yeah.
C, D. So you know what's good and what's not. But that's crazy, though.
Yeah.
That is insane, bro.
I'm so baffled that you didn't even know that that's what they're called, Axis.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. It's been so long that I've actually paid attention to any of this. That's why when I looked at it, I was like, Axis. But then I was looking at Italy. I was like, wait, what the fuck? I was like, Italy got invaded by Germany. I was like, there's no way.
That was like
and
the,
then
at the end of the
yeah,
whole
that
war
makes
thing.
more sense. Yeah, because France and all of them too got invaded.
When was the last time you had a history class?
2000.
10.
Nah.
11,
2011.
Damn.
Yeah, 2011 is the last time I had a history class. And then I went to college for like one semester and I aced it, passed it, didn't even buy a book. And I was like, don't need this. And I just bounced. That was it. Yeah.
One semester.
Yeah, bro. I looked at it and I was like, bro, it amazed me how I sat there and I looked at everyone else like stressing the fuck out and I was just there. And I was like, wow, this is really, and I was learning business law at the time when I was doing that and with some other bullshit classes that they make you sign up for. And I was like, bro, this is really easy for me. So I just said, all right, I'm out. Like, I already know how to do this, aced my shit, got passed the class, did really good on my exams and everything else. And I was just like, don't need this anymore. I was like, I don't want to do this. And that's before YouTube was like what YouTube is now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I kind of like had an idea. It's like, I don't know. I don't know, bro. I think if you really do school, it should be for the important stuff, like to be a lawyer, to be a fucking doctor and shit like that. That makes sense, you know? It makes sense to me. Or if you're gonna be a cop, right? You should learn the laws, because a lot of cops don't know the laws, and then they get fucking manhandled with a guy with a camera. First Amendment, First Amendment, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you guys got to pick that up too. But I was gonna tell you guys, since we were on the drone conversation, did you guys see all the drones that were going around New Jersey? Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
Mark, can you look up a video for
I
us?
forgot to
really
call
fast?
him in.
You forgot to call him back in? Yeah. My guy. So apparently no one knows, right?
No, they know. They're just not going to tell you.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like there has to be a no. Like there's no way we don't know. Because my city knows when my trash can is sticking out and they want to give me a fine. You know what I mean? So
But why? Do you feel like they're hiding?
you could mute that really fast. Just put the mute button in the meantime. Yeah, while that plays.
Yeah, we're
And
doing
then
no ads right now. They ain't paying us.
yeah, they ain't paying us. They ain't paying me. They ain't paying Martin. So there you go. You go ahead and put it.
Back and forth, going very slow.
Oh, interesting.
You're joining me by squinting at your screen right now.
He knew. How did he know?
These are just a few of the dozens of mysterious drones spotted circling above New Jersey. Now, the FBI's investigating. Governor Phil Murphy says the drones are hard to track because, quote, the minute you get your eyes on them, they go dark. CBS News national investigative correspondent.
Interesting. You can go ahead and pause that. Did you see who is the governor of New Jersey right now? Like, who is the main person in charge of New Jersey? Because if I'm not mistaken, this is why I was bringing it up, is because Trump tweeted out and posted it everywhere of like the drones bringing like Happy Meals to someone. I swear it was like a McDonald's meal. He's on a McDonald's thing right now after he did that McDonald's. That's Phil Murphy, right? Who's the other guy? There's another guy. He's like a chubby dude. I don't know. Can you go on X really fast? And for those of you that don't know what X is formerly Twitter. Can you go on that really fast and look up Trump's feed? The only reason why I'm bringing this up is because I found it hilarious and I want to know the reasoning behind it. I don't know if he was clowning on someone from New Jersey that's a representative or something. So I just found it hilarious that he's just clowning on people. He's just a big troll. He's just really a big troll, bro. He knows how to troll people. But I was also watching like press conferences where they were talking about the drones and everything, and they were pretty much saying, oh, they're no threats, they're not this. And then they asked them, well, how do you know they're not threats? Oh, well, because we know. It's like, well, then you do know. And they're like, well, we do know, but we don't know, but we know that they're okay, you know? Like, that's what I was looking at. I was like, bro, what is going on here? There it is right there, that one. Who is that? Who's that guy? That is the one that I had seen.
Those are like delivery drones.
Yeah.
Okay, I know. I don't know his name, but I know I've seen him before.
Right? I think he tried to be as president at some point. That's what
Our president?
he ran to try to be president. Yeah. But I find it funny because I think he's also from New Jersey, and I think that's why he did that, because maybe he was talking smack. Because I think Trump did say like, oh, if we don't know what they are, and we know they're not a threat, then why can't we shoot them down? Like people can do that, and then I think that's probably why he did that, because maybe he got some backlash from him, and that probably is the reason why he did that. But I found that hilarious because we live in such a beautiful timeline where even our presidential candidates are just chiming in with fucking memes now, where they're just like, we're gonna talk shit.
Certain candidates.
That's true. Some are still more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I can't really say much about that.
Yeah,
but,
you really can't because
that's
you're
my commander in chief.
you're still there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you can say whatever you want.
I could talk shit.
Yeah.
I could talk. You want to write it down? I could talk it. Just kidding. Nah, but it just trips me out, bro, how a lot of that stuff is going on. And then there was a news reporter as well that was saying that he didn't really think anything of it. And then he kind of was saying like, yeah, well, I started taking it a little bit more serious when I seen them coming from the water. Because there was a lot of speculation that it was coming from Iran and all this other bullshit and all this other stuff. So we don't know, but we know.
So the guy, by the way, that Donald Trump mocked is Governor Chris Christie.
Is he from New Jersey?
Yes.
That makes sense. That makes sense. He probably chimed in somehow, and Trump didn't like that shit, and then he said that.
It was a former.
The former one. Let's see. Donald Trump brutally mocks New Jersey Governor
Bro's got
Chris
a
Christie over drone controversy.
bro. Loki has to hit a little of a
Oh,
treadmill.
it's AI. Okay, I thought it was real. I'm not gonna lie. It looked fucking real. It's actually AI, but
The photo, well, yeah,
of him eating it.
yeah.
But obviously I know the drones were fake, but I thought him eating it was actually real.
Oh no,
AI
I
can generate a lot of things.
AI really can't. Dude, have you seen those pages of this is what I found insane, bro. I think we need to get into that market, bro, on some real shit. There is people selling AI pornography. AI pornography, not even real people, just AI generated pornography, and they are doing like OnlyFans styles of
good.
just selling it, bro. And people were buying into it. I literally, okay, so I was on, I don't think it'll come up, but you know how obviously we all have social media, right? And you have like the main feed
Yeah.
that, what is it called? Do you know what it's called? Like the main feed was For You pages, right? That's what they're called, For You pages.
Yeah.
So when you go on the For You pages, right? One of them came up of a girl, right? And this is one, once you click on one and then like you're scrolling and then random ones pop up, one of them popped up. And then I was like, the heck, I've never seen this girl. And she has like a shit ton of likes. And normally you know like the big celebrity types because everyone knows about them, right? Yeah. So I looked and it said, and the hashtag said AI generated. And I was like, AI generated. So I clicked on the page and I look in the bio and it says, tap my link so you can see my spicy AI pictures. And then literally, bro, guys commenting on them. Wow, I love this. Blah, 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 blah. Like thirsty ass guys over an AI photo, bro. And I was like, that's insane. You have an OnlyFans for AI content and you're making bank? We're out here doing it wrong, bro. We are out here doing it wrong. That's all I got to say.
All I gotta say is, what does your Instagram search be looking like right now?
Let me show you right now. Hold on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We got him. Hold on, bro. Let me see.
No, it's funny you say that because I actually...
It's a lot of gambling.
Oh.
Cars
Yeah, that sounds about right for me.
I mean, there's women there, but there's a lot more.
Yeah, that's normal.
There's a lot more cars. There's a lot more gambling at the moment. Baccarat.
There's a lot more cars. There's a lot more gambling for me. There's a lot more
You know what I'm
dad
saying?
life.
Baccarat. So, you know.
You know what's crazy?
Hmm.
So like, when you're talking about things, right? Like out here, like I've encountered this. I don't know if it's an issue, but like I feel like, all right, that's kind of sus. Like we're talking about cars, right? And then I go onto Instagram and then go through the reels, and then I'll get like an ad about wanting to buy a car. You know, like hey, we're selling this specific car, and it's the car we're talking about.
So from what I heard and from what my understanding is, because you give Instagram access to your microphone to use it when you do a video, they also have access to listen when you're speaking, so they can get ads that are tailored to you. Now, that's kind of sketch.
It is.
You know what I mean? That's why I always joke around when I'm playing around or I say some shit, right, that I'm not supposed to say, right? I'd be like, if the FBI is listening, suck a dick. And then I just like, that's it. So that way whenever they are, want to look me up, they're like, wow, he really called us that. You know what I mean?
Hurt my feelings.
Hurt your feelings, say some dumb shit. But yeah, I heard that. That's why they do that. The one that's really good at it is TikTok. TikTok is really good at it now.
Well, that's why they want to fucking ban TikTok.
Yeah, apparently. When is the last day for it? I think it's
like
January
14th.
No, I heard January 1st. Let me know. Because I heard that supposedly Congress, I believe, or someone in politics urged the companies, like, iPhone and Apple and all of them to remove them off of the
App Store.
the App Store. To the regular.
What? Removing followers. What?
Oh.
So like, I'll give you an example, right?
Give me one.
Me and a friend were talking, and we're talking about street takeovers and how keys are getting stolen, and G37s and all that, right? We're talking about it, how like, oh, like, cause I have Q50, so like, I'm in that group where, it gets stolen and taken to street takeovers, and then, like, I don't know if you heard, I don't know if it was up north or something, but they had like a ton of Infinities like burning.
I did not know that. I know for a fact there was like Camaros and Hellcats that were really popular that people were stealing because of that whole little like, what do they call that device? I forget what they call the device, but yeah, that's what I heard. But I didn't know they were doing Infinities. That's crazy.
Yeah, so like recently, there's been an uptrend on breaking into Infinities and stealing them and taking them to street takeovers. So that's why South Bay Auto Works. That's where I get my accessories from, and I got something installed, and like it's funny because I got it installed on a Monday, and then that Wednesday night, like Thursday morning, it got broken into.
That's when you had got broken into your car.
Yeah,
Interesting.
and I was like, that's
Kind of sus.
it's kind of sus. Like,
Kinda sus.
not that like
Not that they
play-
did it. Yeah.
But like it was kind of like perfect timing in a sense. Like I got it on Monday, and then that happened, and it was like, because usually what they do is like break in, and then they'll come back later and see if you did anything to the car.
Mm-hmm.
And if you didn't, then since they already broke in, they don't have to do that work. They just have to figure out how to take it from there.
Yeah, because most people won't fix their repair right away. They'll put like a plastic bag if they
Yeah.
break a window or something in the meantime. I do know that. But now that you brought that up, it reminds me of like when my mom got her 2001 Chevy Tahoe back in the day. And this is when you could just grab a freaking screwdriver and just shove it in there and then just twist
just
it.
twist
Yeah,
it.
just twist it. Now you could just use a freaking Bluetooth on Hyundais, apparently. Like a little,
Kias,
yeah.
too.
You just put it in there, you break it, and you just put a Bluetooth and it turns it on. But anyway, so back then, having 24s, having 20s or 22s, whatever, was a big thing because the standard wheel back then was like a 16, 15, 17, nothing too crazy. So having big wheels was a big thing.
Mike Jones.
Mike Jones. Anyway, so so having that kind of style of wheels and all that stuff was a very big thing, and they would constantly get stolen because they were very expensive, right? And the tire brands didn't make for those size a lot of them, so getting a lot of stuff was hard. And if you had it, you had it.
Yeah.
So my mom took it to a shop, got the wheels installed, got her stereos, got the TVs put in the back of the headrest.
Shit.
This is where like it was. Like, the truck was badass. For that time, it made sense. Like,
Dude, your mom was pimping.
my mom was the shit, all right? So they would always tell my mom, they'd always be like, whoa, your husband got you that SUV, like that Tahoe. He's like, I bought this, So we took it to a shop, and literally, like, we installed the kill switch and everything. And how funny is it that right down the street where that shop is from, we parked because that's where my grandparents lived in the apartments. It got stolen from right there. Kill switch was initiated to take off, and the truck was gone. And when we got it, nothing was broken. It was just stolen. They stole all the shit, though. So that leads us to believe that it was probably an inside job where they had, like, the key. They made an extra key
Yeah.
and then turned it on and bounced. Because they knew where everything was. They stole the TVs, obviously.
Obviously.
They stole the rims. Obviously, they just put them back on stocks. And they stole that SUV like 3 times, bro. 3 or 4 times. In the time that we've had it with a nice setup and everything. And yeah, it's just crazy how back then it was just a screwdriver and maybe a simple copy. And now it's all this extra technology that you need to buy and create and make it and get signal and steal it. That's insane, bro. But I did hear a lot of people were stealing cars, taking them to sideshows for insurance fraud or insurance claims and shit. So that's crazy.
It's a common thing out here. So it's kind of like, like, oh, they're like, hey, like, what did they steal from you? Like, when I moved out here to LA, like, it's going to be like 2 years already.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I came with, like, I know what I'm getting into,
Mm-hmm.
Living in LA, so I never kept anything in my car. Like, I just left, obviously, like, the registration, that was it.
The important stuff.
No, just nothing else. Just that.
Mm-hmm.
Because all they asked for is, license and registration.
True.
So I was like, all right, I'm just going to keep that. So when they did break into my car, all they took was like, literally that night before, I had bought a pack of gum. I was kind of mad. I was like not even the fact
Took
that
my fucking gun,
like not
bro.
even the fact that they like broke in and like broke my glass or whatever. You know, like it was just like this pack of gum that I was gonna like save for the next day. Like it was gone. I was
It's
like,
funny.
no
You say,
way.
I would get mad too, bro. It's like fuck, like, dude.
That low-key, yeah, that, you know what, bro? That kid, the person that did it was probably that kid in class that always asked for gum.
Yeah,
That's probably what it was, bro.
He was
If you
like,
sit there
You
and
should have
think
given
about
him
it.
some
You know
gum.
Yeah, that's fuck that guy, bro. He stole the gum and he broke your glass. Most importantly, the gum, though.
What if he just saw the gum and I want some gum? Let me break this glass real quick.
Yeah, maybe, bro. Maybe that was your valuables right there, and he's like, "I need that. I want that," and it's a simple
Ooh, shiny.
of it, you know. Did you ever see those things where people were breaking glass with spark plugs?
yeah.
Like the white part of the spark plugs, people would just throw in that glass and it would just break it like no problem. It was crazy to me to see that, like how it reacted with the glass. It was pretty insane to see. Well, when I seen it on the internet, I never tried it. I just seen it on the internet. If anybody's asking, but another thing that I was going to tell you was that, you know how when you said you came to LA 2 years ago and you already knew what you're getting yourself into and not to leave your valuables in there. It reminds me of the story of what I heard in San Francisco. Did you see all the stuff that's going on in San Francisco?
yeah.
Like even the people that are visiting, like they have, even the people that are residents, bro, they literally put signs in their car, nothing of value, do not break my windows, thanks. Like they literally do that. Or they were leaving their trunks open.
Yeah, I see it. I seen that.
That's insane, bro. To have to leave your trunk open because the police or anybody won't do anything about it. So you just leave it. So people would leave their windows down, nothing of value in here, with a little note on the seat, nothing of value, and they just leave the windows down because they got tired of the shit being broken. That's insane to me, bro. That is crazy.
Sometimes like, because you know how I said like the police won't do anything.
Yeah.
It's kind of true, you know, how we are talking about earlier, you know, because so in my block, like on the camera footage, you could see like it was a group of them. It was like 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
It was 4, like 2 going per car, and then there was 2 more, but they're going down the line on the whole block. It was just one person driving with his lights off and everything in the middle of the street. And so that one car, the alarm went off. Then they left, but when you take it to the police, they're like, oh, well, do you have plates? Is there a description of the people? And it's like, no.
So they're like,
Well, I mean,
Well,
it's kind of true. Like it sucks to
well-
say it's kind of true. Like you cannot incarcerate anybody without some hardcore evidence.
that's proof,
Yeah,
yeah.
like-
It's,
Yeah,
it's
so
one of those things where it's like,
that's-
it's annoying,
It's annoying,
but you get it.
but like
Yeah.
That's what comes with living out here. You know?
yeah.
Hey, what is your thoughts? And this is for both of you. What are your thoughts on when people say police really don't stop crime? They just show up after it's done. What are your thoughts on that?
That's the kind of people that say defund the police.
Probably. It's
So-
probably true. You have any thoughts on that? No?
It's kind of hard to say. Cause
I know. You don't have to answer it, but yeah, bro. It's,
Well, put it like this: there's a fucking the stats on it's crazy.
let me see. Pop them up. Hey, by the way, you have it on TikTok. What was the date for the TikTok?
19th.
The 19th they have? Okay, so TikTok is going to be officially banned on the 19th if they don't have like an official sale of some sort or something like that. Which sucks because I'm just growing my TikTok now.
I got TikTok when it first came out, and then I never used it, and I just deleted it.
It's
I
good.
was- I
It's
was
good
like,
for
you know what?
creators.
Like, I'm not gonna be that guy or just be that person that's addicted to TikTok.
See, but TikTok back then, bro, it was more like people were just dancing on there, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look
What
at
do we
that.
got?
Look at that right there.
What is this?
Total of this is California. All right, this
Okay.
is the whole California. 119K officers and 119K in California
For everyone?
for everyone. So that's 119 officers.
And then what did you type in?
So watch. Let me see.
No, yeah. What did you
I
type?
just typed in the stat for LA cops each person.
Okay,
So,
cool.
like,
I'm gonna
ratio-
need you to say that every time now because when I look it up, it makes my life easier. Because there's times where I know what I'm looking at, but when I want to search it up and show the people, I don't know what he's searching up. Sometimes he uses different
So
words.
there is 9,974 officers right now
in LA County.
in LA County.
So it's Chicago and then New York.
That have
So
the most.
So that means that I saw it right now. That's 1,000 people to one cop.
Damn.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
So just like so back to what you were saying. How can that one cop be entirely responsible to 1,000 people?
That's
so
true.
For most of the time, they're gonna be there after the fact,
See?
unless
Facts, people.
unless you're there with them. But then at that point, you're an
You know
accomplice.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
That's why cops are. They're not. It's not that they don't want to do their job. It's just impossible to be.
They're understaffed. pretty
Yeah, they're
much.
just understaffed. That's why they're hiring like crazy.
Yeah.
Apart from that, also you have they have the FIFA World Cup coming up.
Oh, they need.
You
people,
have
bro.
you have the Olympics coming up.
Oh yeah.
2028, right?
Yeah, and then you have a lot of things coming up. You get me? They're putting new Metro, and Metro now wants cops to be able to like
Patrol the metro.
patrol the metro. But the thing is that they can't do that. They're understaffed, money. You know,
There's a lot of corruption going on, bro.
it's not the corruption. It's just the
Yeah,
soft
nobody-
people out there. That,
Nobody wants to do it.
yeah.
Yeah, nobody wants to do it.
It's the
either.
same thing with
Yeah.
the military. Like,
It's not that nobody wants to do it. It's just,
I'll tell you this.
It's
I'll tell you
just
this.
woke people.
I think the problem now is that I think what really messed up the police force in a lot of ways is the fact the whole defund the police, the whole George Floyd situations, all that stuff. Yes, is there cops that do excessive force? Yes. Is there cops that should not be cops? Yes. Just like in any profession, we all work at a job one time where there's people that you're looking at them, you're like, you should not have this type of license. You should not have this. You should not have this type of, power or whatever the case may be. We all work there. There's even a person at the drive-thru that you're like, bro, your attitude sucks, bro. I don't even know why they put you on the drive-thru to talk to people. You know what I mean? Like, we all have that. But I think the fact that they can get sued, they can get fucking, they lose their pensions over something dumb, or even if it's like, I've seen it, bro, where the cop is a good cop. The cop gave you all the patience in the world, but then that was it. You did something that
triggered him.
that you probably hit his hand a certain way, or you like moved your hands like this and you accidentally hit him, and he's like, you hit me, and then you drop him, and then people might see that. Or sometimes too, bro, there are people that are just really erratic looking for a payday.
yeah.
So,
a lot of that.
Yeah, and it
It's
makes
a lot of that, and that's another thing that's like basically that actually hurts the city as well. It's like
Mm-hmm.
All the
it's,
lawsuits.
It's lawsuits are fucking crazy nowadays. That's why those people with the fucking the auditors.
Mm-hmm.
That's what their fucking job is. They have no job. Their job is to just go around make people's life miserable
and get a payday.
and get a payday.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're also educating, but at the same time, they're pushing the envelope to educate.
Oh, and it's fucking.
They are
annoying,
pushing
bro.
the envelope because there are some cops, bro, that really do not know what they are talking about. But then there are some of those auditors that you're just like, bro, there was no reason for you to go that crazy, bro. Like, y'all could have had a simple conversation, but you were just instigating at that point.
Like my favorite ones, my TikTok is literally just law enforcement, cops, and all that stuff. And it's like it's funny because like there's a page that I follow. It's like auditors just getting destroyed by cops, and it's like the auditor would be like, can I get your sergeant? And the cop would be like, no. Like, are you you're not like requesting for me to get like a supervisor up here? He's like, yeah. He's like, well, can I see your supervisor regardless? Like, no, you can't. So he goes up to another cop car and he tells them the same thing, and the guy just looks at him like, he's like, can I get a supervisor? And he's like, no.
Everyone's just like, no.
Yeah, because you don't. It depends what state. Like,
Yeah,
they don't have to
Call the supervisor.
call the super over if
Yeah.
it's not really a big thing. But it's different laws around. Obviously, California, I wouldn't know. But for the most part, every state's kind of the same. You really don't need a supervisor to be called. So
Yeah,
auditors should try to get it. Just try to fuck with you, try to get you mad.
it's interesting that the career path that they chose. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's entertaining to watch. It really is. Let's be honest.
It's a career.
It's a career. It's a career, bro.
That's crazy.
It's a career. You didn't have to go to school for it, but you for sure could
You just have to be a
go on.
crybaby.
Yeah, you just have to be a crybaby and learn the basics of stuff, and that's it. Like my favorite, bro, is well, it's not my favorite actually. It was okay. So there was a video that I watched, and it was they had called the supervisor over, and but these guys were actually trying to educate in a very different style. So there's I believe it was, I forgot what state it was, but technically you can open carry. You can open carry without a license.
Maybe
You don't need a
Florida.
license.
Maybe Florida.
Maybe Texas or whatever the case. I think it was Texas. I think it was Texas that I seen it, where you can, in certain counties, I think they try to like ban open carrying, but in reality, the state law is what matters, not your little county. So they were trying to prove a point, and they had their guns out, open carrying, and people called the cops, and the cops were guns drawn. Oh, put your guns down, blah blah blah. And the guy's like, dude, we don't have our guns up. They're on our sides, and we're letting you know we can open carry per whatever the state mandatory law or whatever it was. So those guys were going at it with them, and these guys are just recording, being like, all right, bro, like, you guys are going to get sued if you guys violate, which is what they were doing. They were suing, right? But the cops, they had no idea what the fuck was going on, so they were yelling. They didn't de-escalate, all right? I know as a police officer, you're taught de-escalate first, okay? A lot of cops don't know that. So, like, supervisor just comes, walks up to the guy, boom, drops him, arrests him, his head hits the floor, everything, puts them both down, and it's like, bro, that's a lawsuit already at that point. Because you did not need to drop them in that manner. Because what if one of their guns would have just went off or whatever the case may be? So another lawsuit. You know.
The thing is, there's ways to de-escalate that, and I think it's hard. It's hard to do and hard to say.
Yeah.
But the thing is, but in being a cop, I'm pretty sure is that the best way to do that, to de-escalate that situation, is to tell that person, put your hands up, don't reach for your weapon, just stay still and have someone go up to him, obviously with guns pointed, and just take that weapon off. You get me? Or you can say, just go ahead and remove that, that gun and put it down on the ground. But I wouldn't do it that way because, he could be fast. That person could be fidgety and whatever, and you can still shoot your gun.
I mean, that's true. Like, I don't know if you guys seen the video. Okay, for those of you that don't know, I'm gonna let him kind of go into it really fast too. Is that he's in the process of trying to become a CHP officer, correct? So I'm not gonna ask him for all those type of details because when you get into that profession, it's a little tricky sometimes on what you can and what you can't say. But I wanted to see if you had seen the video that went viral, because I believe the individual that was involved, it was some kind of highway officer, because based off the video and what I had seen, it didn't look like it was like a street. It looked like it was a highway, maybe out of some other state or whatever. But this guy, I want to say the weather was bad, or it was like some holiday type of season. Maybe it was like Thanksgiving, maybe. So the guy was pulled over on the side of the road with his flashers on. The cop pulls up behind him, tells him maybe he needs some help or whatever. And he's like, yeah, I need some help or whatever. He's like, okay, cool. Look, I can get you into town, but, no one's really going to be able to help you because everyone's closed for like the holiday or whatever. And the guy's like, yeah, I just need to be put in there. That appreciate it, blah, blah, blah. And the guy's like, okay, no worries. The cop's literally like, okay, no worries. Chill. No escalation from this guy or this guy, nothing. And then out of nowhere, the guy that came up to him just shot him point blank. There was no reason for it. Just shot him point blank, dropped, I believe he took him out of the squad car and then took the squad car.
I think I've seen it, yeah.
Yeah,
You seen that video? So it went around. Obviously, we can't play it on YouTube because it's not appropriate. But it's one of those things, bro, where like, even that's why I understand too, like, why cops get all like,
absolutely,
paranoid
100%.
like, back the, because even me listening to that, I was like, oh, this seems like a very nice video where the cop is gonna help out a person that's struggling, and nope, most definitely not.
Yeah, people just don't. Some people just fucking hate cops,
bro. Just point blank.
Yeah, they just hate cops. So they're wanted. They're wanted felons or whatever. And they're like, oh, I don't want to go back to jail. Fuck this. I'm going out fighting type of shit. And
which is insane.
Which is insane because like someone's helping you out. It's like fuck. Like,
one thing like, so CHP. That's one of like the things like I know I'm gonna be getting into. And it's like they're on the highway, and the thing about like the city and then highway is like the city, you kind of have an idea of the city on what kind of ethnicities live where, and like you have an idea. The highway, you don't. Like especially if you're like down here in LA, right? Because they could be stationed. Highway patrol is the whole state of California. That could be stationed up north, or it could be all the way down to the border. But let's say if I get LA, like millions of people come through here. They go from the LAX to wherever they need to go.
Correct.
So a lot you never know like exactly what kind of person you're gonna come across. And it's like that's where your training comes in. Like,
if you think about it too, bro, the highway is really dangerous. Not only because you have cars going at a very fast pace, but a lot of people on the highway just mind their business. No one is constantly looking over all the time to be like nosy. At least when you're in the city, you get a stoplight, you get a red light, you get a freaking stop sign, you get some, so you have some time to like look around and be like, oh shit, what's going on over there? Yeah. For the most part on the highway, everyone's going 60, 65 miles an hour, zone the fuck out or on their phone. Okay, because as a truck driver, bro, we see that
I
more
know.
than anything. Like you're just driving,
It's
everyone is like this.
you know,
That literally, bro, everyone is like this. I've never seen like people are on the side of the road. No one wants to help out nobody, because then you're on the side of the road too, and you're like, I'm not trying to be on the side of the road.
the funny thing, like I had the most like I was like, damn, that's crazy now. Like distraction wise, I seen this guy in a box truck. I was going to Ontario, and I seen this box truck. He'll switch lanes, no turn signals. That's like the most common thing. We see a lot. Right, no turn signals, cutting you off and everything, right? But this specific box truck, I seen it for like a couple miles already, like fat minute just driving, right? And I'm like, all right, well, what's going on with this guy? Like, what is he doing? Like, why can't he turn on his turn signal at least once? At least once. And then I pass him up, and then no, I didn't pass him up. He cut me off, and then he went to the other lane. No turn signals, right? He was getting onto the 5. I was on the 91. And then I look over. He had a box of food on his steering wheel. It almost looked like he had his feet. I don't know. It was so weird. Like he had one hand on a phone, like one hand like eating, and like the steering wheel at the same time. I'm like, and he had his cabin lights on, so he's not even hiding it.
Yeah,
I was just like, there's no way like people like this like get a license to drive. I'm like, you know how many lives, because everything could change in a second,
literally, bro.
And then there's so many cars on the freeway. It's like a lot of people can get involved really quick.
Pileups go crazy, bro. And the thing too is that it kind of reminds me of a couple things. One was when me and my buddy we would go to Ontario a lot. We would go to some the car scenes, where we wouldn't be going the slowest, and we would come back after those kind of nights, and we witnessed 2 cars, bro, going on the opposite side of the freeway. Okay, now this is where it kind of gets you, because we noticed it, and originally on the report on the news, right? Can you look this up? On the 91 freeway, by the 710 head-on collision. Can you look that up? This is gonna be like a couple years ago. I think I even have a video on YouTube, bro. I'll see if I can find it. But so we had noticed that there was a car on the carpool lane going very, very fast on the opposite side. But what that report didn't say is that 4 cars behind that car in length, there was an SUV following him, or whoever that person was driving was following. And I was like, what the fuck? You got 2 cars going on the opposite side of the freeway, carpool lane, hauling mad ass together. But what it looked like to me is the car in front was trying to get away from the car back here. And you can see the car that was in the back on the phone yelling. And I'm assuming they were talking to that person, my assumption. But what ended up happening overall is that person collided with another person and died. So not only did we call it in, we couldn't do anything. We witnessed CHP try to go head on with that person to slow them down. CHP swerved out of the way. The car kept going. Now, could CHP have fucking done something about that? Probably, but it would have probably hurt him too, right? There's no reason to hurt yourself if you don't need to. But at the same time, past him, kept going a couple miles down, and then collided with someone else and died. So that type of stuff is the thing that gets me, because like how you said, anything can happen in an instant. That person that was probably on that freeway was either getting out of work or on their way to work. And that's it. And life gone. And is that right there, bro? Is that the one?
I mean, you
Yeah,
said
that-
about 2 to 3 years ago, maybe.
That's it. That's correct. That's it right there. I believe it was with a Charger, a Challenger maybe, that got hit. I don't know who it was, but let me see.
Get to our breaking news in Long Beach. A wrong-way crash left 2 people dead and prompted a SIG alert. The crash happened on the eastbound 91 freeway near Atlantic Boulevard.
Yeah, that's it.
Channel 9's Hermela Aragawi is
That's
now
it right
on
there.
the scene with more. Hermela.
Hi, Tina. Yeah, good morning. There's still a lot we don't know, but let me step out of the way so that you can see this.
That's
scene.
crazy, bro. That's it.
Very banged up cars, and CHP tells
Did it tell you how long ago it was?
3 years.
3 years ago.
What appears to be a wrong-way driver going westbound on the 91
Yep.
eastbound, and it left at least 2 people dead. There were 2 separate collisions.
Wow, bro.
That resulted in this fatality, and for
Well,
for the time
you can go ahead and pause it, Martin. What gets me, dude, is that 2 people died. They have my phone call, and I've never got a call or anything like that to find out. Like, you know how sometimes they'll be, oh, we want some information, blah blah blah. Never got a call about any of that. But but notice it says 2-car collision, people died, but they don't know that how or whoever did this investigation didn't do a proper investigation, which is I noticed that there was another car chasing that car. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what, and it was an SUV kind of. It kind of looked like an SUV, but it also kind of looked like a Silverado kind of like. It was really hard to tell because it was at night and everybody was fucking flying and we're trying to catch up, but then the person on the phone was telling us not to follow. So we're like, okay. So we're like, all right, whatever. So we ended up going off because it was already like 3 a.m, I think,
Yeah.
4 a.m. So, but yeah, bro, anything can happen. We need to pay attention on the road and stuff like that. And I mean, that goes for everyone, including myself, you, whatever. Sometimes we might be distracted for a quick second because someone's calling us, texting us, whatever. But yeah, bro, it's crazy how you said that and shit like that. You get to witness shit like that, which is crazy. But, brother, I just want to let you know I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on. All right.
Appreciate it, man, for having me.
Yeah, I know we didn't go too crazy into
Yeah.
details because obviously I know we really can't on certain things. And obviously too, it's just sometimes I want to get a retired person on that can talk about certain things.
Yeah.
Because obviously when you're trying to get into it or you're active in certain things, I know you're restricted on certain things you can say. So by all means, I respect that. But I wanted to say thank you for coming out. Truly do appreciate you for being here. Guys, if you really want to support the channel, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell because it'll let you guys know every time we upload. Do you want them to give you a follow on social media or do you just want to not?
If they want to.
All right, I'll put your social media link down in the description. But again, guys, if you guys enjoyed today's video, just give it a thumbs up. And again, this video should be out by Christmas. So Merry Christmas, and I hope you guys are safe, and I hope you guys are good. But with that being said, we will see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive.
That's right.